Hello, hello! It's been a while since I last uploaded a separate video for my bullet journal weekly spreads. I think the last time was June? That's wild, but I'm happy to be back and with my weekly spreads for October. If you haven't already seen how I set up the beginning of the month for October, then you can head over and watch that first, but this video will be relatively short and I will be making two-week spreads for the rest of October. My theme for October was Magic Shop and inspired by the BTS song of the same name. This was one of the first songs that got me into BTS, and it is still one of my favorite songs by them to this day. The lyrics and sound are always comforting, and I felt like it was perfect for the fall weather as we are now in cozy season. I know I'm a huge fan because it means that I can wear all of the hoodies and sweaters that I want. So for the first 2-week spread, I started by writing October at the center of the top of this spread. I'm using a serif font and a brown fine liner for that title. Similar to the weekly spread that I did in my October setup video, I will be making the top of this page like a shelf, but then I'm doing a very simple spread for the rest of the page. To add a bit of an extra touch to the spread, I'm drawing a couple of potion bottles randomly around this page. In comparison to some of the other potion bottles I drew, I like that these ones are more three-dimensional. Next, I just sectioned out the page for the days. Rather than writing out all of the days of the week, I decided to just use the first letter of each of the days and kept that serif font from the title. As I mentioned in my beginning of the month setup, I incorporated a lot of aspects from the BTS muster video into this spread. It had a bit of a vintage vibe to it, so I used drawings of books, plants, and potion bottles for the spread. Next, I just took out my black pen to write the date next to each of the letters. Right after that, I just drew some books and a tiny plant on the top of the shelf before starting to color in the doodles. Since I was on vacation in California at this point, I didn't need that much room for my spread for this weekly. I just really love how simple this spread turned out, and it makes planning so much quicker. The next 2-week spread is, in my opinion, even easier than the last one. I decided to go for a script font to write out October in the top left of the spread and did the faux calligraphy by going back in and thickening the downstrokes. After that, I added an underline under the title of the month and made a plant doodle next to it. Then I took my ruler to section off the days of the week and highlighted the top of each box where I'll be writing the day of the week and the date. In the empty space at the bottom right, I decided to add a doodle of 2 potion bottles. I like to use my circle maker to make the base of the bottle, and then I just add a tiny rectangle for the top of the bottle and the cork before adding 2 lines to connect the top of the bottle with the circle I drew before. All that was left was to color in the spread and to write the days of the week in each box. Recently, I haven't been feeling very motivated to bullet journal in an art style, but since I did choose to draw a lot this month, it was nice to have this type of simple spread that still had a bit of doodling, but that drawing wasn't the focus of the spread. I've been debating a lot lately whether to continue bullet journaling when the new year rolls around. I still like having the journal to plan, but this past year I struggled to find time to edit the other videos that I want to produce on my channel. I'll probably still be deciding for a while, but one thing that I love about the bullet journal is seeing how far my art has come. I can definitely still improve, but it's nice to look back and see where my journal started to where it is now. So with that, I'm going back into these weekly spreads with a gold pen to just add a bit of gold glitter sparkles near the doodles to bring the magic aspect into the spread. I think this is by far my most favorite theme for 2021. Even though I found the doodling to be a lot more work than I was used to, I feel like the outcome was definitely worth it. And now we'll take a quick look at this theme and the weeklies. It's always fun when I can incorporate my interests outside of art, such as BTS, into my journal. I already have an idea for my November theme, and I will be filming it and getting it up soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!